David, before we come on to the football, Saturday, first of all, represents the unveiling of the new stand at Mansfield Town, or the renaming, should I say, for Ian Greaves. Just your thoughts on that, first of all?
First and foremost, I think it's a wonderful gesture, but a very fitting gesture. The gentleman's highly respected, obviously, at the football club. And, you know, I think it'll be a wonderful occasion. And certainly, I think the club will be recognising Mr. Greaves, and I think it's certainly a fitting occasion for his family and the supporters to celebrate his time.
The chairman, Andy Perry, said midweek that it's another step towards putting the soul back into the football club. Would you agree with that?
Yes, 100% entirely. I think that, you know, the identity of the football club is everything, isn't it? And people will be able to recognise another piece of the jigsaw that the chairman and obviously the board and myself are trying to build.
Now let's get back to footballing matters. In terms of Tuesday night, you must have gone to bed a very happy man with the results that went your way.
It was, you know, sometimes you can play your best game when you're not playing, and I think that was a good night for us numerically. And I said to you last week is that there'll be a lot of wobbles in this run-in. We're in the last quarter of the season. There's a lot of managers out there that are certainly having to deal with different equations, suspensions, bringing in loan players. At this time, can it be a benefit? Can it be disruptive? So there's lots of equations that other managers are having to deal with at the moment, and as I say, you know, we'll let them get on with it. But yeah, I did have a wry smile on a few of those results. 6
points separate you from the last playoff space, with a game in hand on the team in that spot who aren't qualified to go into the league. It must be from your point of view a nice position to be in at the minute.
Well, I think this week has seen us have different emotional aspects, where the Chester situation could have knocked us, but we've remained solid and we will do so. The players have trained extremely well this week, and there's a spring in their step. Saturday's result was a wonderful result for us at home in front of the faithful, and I feel that you know, we're dealing with our emotions very well, and I'm very pleased with the way we are. But we know where we're going, and we're very determined.
Did you go to York? York. Mm-hmm. What did you learn about them in terms of the game coming up against them?
I'd rather keep my thoughts private regarding York. I mean, York are having a bit of a tough time, so I think that's a professional thing to do, is learn from every game you watch, and we look forward to welcoming them to Field Mill.
This weekend then, it's Tamworth next up at Field Mill. 4 goals against them in that away game and 4 goals last weekend. We should expect more goals this weekend, shouldn't we?
Well, we're looking to recreate them chances, certainly. The players have got the spring in their step, very professional the way they've been training. I think, again, it'll be patience will be needed. We said this, obviously I've read a few articles where managers, other clubs in the playoff positions and thereabouts are getting a little bit frustrated when teams are going to shut up shop, as did Salisbury when they came here. I think what we must do, David, is that we can recognise what a good performance it was from Salisbury going to York and winning. Prior to meeting us, they'd had a very successful run. We walloped them. We gave them a tough day, and we laid that sword down on them. So I feel that I've got to give my players credit, and not to take anything away from Salisbury, because they're a strong side, and they've gone up to York and had a very good victory. So I'd like to reflect on that by taking a positive out of it with their result.
Are you expecting Tamworth to come with maybe the same approach that Salisbury did? Okay, try and frustrate Mansfield, and you've mentioned it before, they can frustrate Mansfield at home. Mansfield Town fans can show their displeasure in that, can't they?
Well, look, last week is gone. Let's move on from that, and I'm not, you know, that's all been said and done, and we're big boys. We understand that we've got to go out there with the right type of enthusiasm, encourage the players, get behind the players. I want that singing section in full voice. You know, I think that they can play a part. They got behind. I hope Tamworth bring a few fans. I really do, because it might make a good atmosphere. We had a great backing down at the Lamb, 650, wasn't it, something like that. So that was tremendous, and it was a victorious day for us. More of the same is the game will be won over 90 minutes. Our fans are recognising that teams are coming to our club and trying to frustrate them. And as I say, fans get frustrated, managers get frustrated too.
You used the phrase there, more of the same. By that, do I take it you'll be approaching in the same, shall we say, attacking mentality as you did against Salisbury?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, whatever formation I choose, we've got the flair at the moment. We've also got the brains, and I think that the midfield area is an area we've got to address on Saturday, because they've got some talented players there. But if we get a performance like we have done in the last 2 games out of Briscoe, who will play definitely. He's looked brighter. He's got a spring in his step at the moment, and I know wingers are a type of players that you want to get consistency out of. And I'm no different probably to Arsene Wenger in that respect with Theo Walcott. A wonderful, talented young player who can beat a player on any given day. And when Briscoe's on his form like he is at the minute, he's a tough player to play against.
Let's go through injuries now. You hinted earlier in the week that Jake Spate might be in contention for a squad place this weekend. No Ollie Hotchkiss and no Luke Jones. Is that still the case?
Yes, that's still the case. And I'm pleased with the boys. There's a feel-good factor at the club inside the dressing room, and there's a very good spirit. And the boys are chomping at the bit to get back. Luke's making good progress. Jake, it's going to be a tricky one this weekend with Jake, because he's desperate to play for us. But it might come too soon, so we'll see.
With all the other 3 strikers though on the score sheet last week, you're not under pressure exactly, are you, to put Spate back in the squad?
No, and again, that's come out through man management throughout the season, to be honest, when we've dealt with injuries, and certainly prior to Christmas when we had all the sickness bug and the injuries we had and suspensions. But I feel that then it was a tougher equation. But now everybody, they all want to play, and it's a good feeling around there. It's a nice one to have as a manager.
Let's just return to my first question of today. David, if you achieved that playoff spot and a Wembley trip and a win there, this club might have to name a stand after you, mightn't they?
Like a cardboard box, more like. It's a wonderful gesture from the club for Mr. Green, and I feel that I'm enjoying my time at this club. I've got the support of a good chairman and the board. We've got fantastic fans that support us, and the letters I've had this week have been very supportive of people and remind us of some good times at the club, of course, and they want them back, and if I can bring them to the club, then I'll be delighted.
Quarry Lane or the North Stand?
We'll see, but another day. But we're doing all we can for this football club, and as I say, come Saturday, I want everybody to raise their voices and take it on. Really support the players, and they're the most important people at the club.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Spate and Burgess got a chance of being on the bench, you think, or are you going to leave?
It's a difficult one, John. I've got to think about the balance of where the Tamworth side will go. They'll come and pack the midfield, I'd imagine. If they're brave, they might go 2 up top. We'll see. But I think they might pack the midfield play. But we'll see. So I've got a lot of respect for Gary Mills, and he's developing a very good squad there. So we don't underestimate them at all. And the Burgess has got a chance. Yeah, he's trained yesterday, and it'll be here today. He's had a bit of illness, so he might be a bit short. Hotchkiss, no. Spate is chomping at a bit, but he trained yesterday and came off shattered. So we'll see how he feels today after his session yesterday. But it's good competition, and I say I'm very pleased with the squad. We've lost a couple obviously through injury, and the others have stepped up and really look like they've never been out of the side, which is really good.
Seems to be quite a lot of confusion about this Kettering situation, because they're still talking down there as if they might get it sorted before the actual playoffs start.
Well, I feel that needs to be addressed. Obviously, that's for the league to really clarify, because I think a lot of clubs are asking that question. For me, we're just going to concentrate on. I'm going to concentrate on my team and worry about that if it happens. But I think that what they've done, if they've changed manager, they've not been out of the league, have they, for a while. They've changed Mark Cooper and obviously brought in a different type of style and different type of player, but they've not suffered any deficiencies, and they've brought in some good players back off loan, and you've got to give them admiration for that. They've kept their ship going in the right direction.
Like you say, if you don't look after yourself, but it is confusing looking above you.
Yeah, I feel that people would probably want to know, yeah, because again, in the next 6 weeks, there's going to be a huge amount of nerves and obviously appraisals. And I feel that it would be better if everybody knew where they stood with that.